Well met, patrons. My name is J.R. Cook, and I'm one of the co-founders of the website BlizzPro.com, which is a fan site that's dedicated to everything you ever need to know about Blizzard Entertainment games and what they do. Whether it's a new game coming out, new beta, new products, we're interviewing developers, etc., things like that. We try to be the one-stop for everything you want to know about Blizzard Entertainment games. Now, the other co-founder, Heather, and I, we have been working on fan sites, volunteering for fan site projects for a total of 15 years now, with the last 10 years being completely dedicated to Blizzard Entertainment games. It's all been purely volunteer work, and we never have once been paid for this. Then in May of 2013, we decided to launch our own, and that's how BlizzPro came to be. So we're not backed by any corporation. We don't have investors. We have no one to report to. It's all mine and hers decisions. And I have a full-time job, and I have no intention in making this a full-time job. I'm a software developer. I really enjoy what I do during the day. That I have a really good career, and I don't want to change that. This is a hobby for me. All of the money that we have made with BlizzPro gets reinvested back into the site. Either web hosting fees, video audio equipment, reimbursement of travel to events like BlizzCon, just things like that. And one of our pipe dreams has always been we want to pay our team members. We want to pay our writers. We want to pay our contributors. And with our current model, it just hasn't been possible. We make nowhere near enough to be able to do any of that. So BlizzPro has always been kind of a volunteer network where we bring people in and they can learn some job skills and things like that. We've had a couple people get hired by Blizzard themselves based on the work that they did with us. So we help pad resumes and things like that. But that's, I mean, you can't pay rent that way, right? You can't pay rent by going, hey, I'm passionate about this, I got rent, right? No, you can't do that. But that's what they're doing with this website, and I don't like that. I want to be able to pay them, but what we currently make, it's not possible. So, and speaking of that, the ad model itself is clunky as hell. The ad model, unless you are a way bigger site, the ad model can be great, but you're a smaller site, you kind of get screwed over a little bit on how much you can make. Not only that, but you're kind of at the publisher's will, basically. They can, I've had problems the last couple weeks now where ads have made it into our Google AdSense that have redirected people to other sites and things like that. And then I have to go in, remove those ads, talk to Google. It takes 12 to 24 hours to remove that junk, and it's just a major pain in the butt to deal with. And I just want to be able to remove them altogether. But if we remove them, then we can't pay our server costs. We can't upgrade equipment. We can't do things like that. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make BlizzPro ad-free. And we'll need your help to do that. So I have a goal up there, $500 a month. BlizzPro will be completely ad-free, which will be great for you, great for me, great for everybody. Now, the next thing that I want to do after we get to that point is I want to be able to upgrade our servers. I want to be able to put BlizzPro on a dedicated server. Right now we're on shared hosting, and that sucks. Anybody that knows anything about web development, web hosting, knows that if you are on a shared server, that it is beyond your control on what other websites do on that server, and that can hose you big time. That can cause your website to go down, just various things like that. And then if we get a lot of traffic coming in, which has happened before, we can take all of those sites down as well, and then make everybody mad at us. And that's happened in the past. So we need a dedicated server to run BlizzPro on at some point. Past that, we want to be able to pay our designers, our developers. We want to be able to bring in new features to the users, which we would need to bring in designers and developers to help with. And we want to be able to pay our writers and contributors most of all, because they do a lot of work. It's all, like I said, no pay. and they deserve to be paid. Absolutely deserve to be paid, and I want to make that happen. And I'm asking you to help me make that happen. So I think that covers most of it. I think supporting something like this is important. We've seen in the industry that large corporations just don't care about the community, and investors only care about money coming in. You've seen that with other gaming websites over the years now. You've seen other gaming websites go under because they don't have the money, because they've gotten too big and they can't handle it. And I hope we don't get there. I would love to be bigger, of course, but I don't want to get to the point where we can't afford to be big. So this is kind of us thinking a little bit about the future, and I don't want to, I don't want to be a part of a corporation. I don't want a corporation to tell me that I have to shut my website down because they have a new CEO and he doesn't like it. And the best part is that this really is the best part. Even if you decide not to help us, we will still continue to bring you content on BlizzPro regardless. Like, BlizzPro will always be free, and nothing will be behind a paywall. I'm not going to content gate any of this stuff. I'm not going to say we have to make $1,000 this month, and then we'll release this article, or, series of articles or things like that. I'm not going to content gate any of our stuff, and we would really appreciate it if you decide you would like to help us. And if you don't, that's fine. In fact, I put this out there, and I'm not expecting to get anything, because I'm not sure if this is even going to work. But I wanted to put it out there and try. I wanted to see if the community, if this is something that they're interested in doing or not. And the only way I'm going to know that is if I put it out there and find out. If you decide not to, BlizzPro's not going to go anywhere. We're still going to be here. And most of all, if you decide to, thank you. It blows my mind that anybody would even pay $1 for this. And we love you.